السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وصفوته من خلقه وحبيبه، قد بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح الأمة وكشف الغمة وجاهد في سبيل دينه حتى أتاه اليقين. فاللهم اجزه عنا وعن والدينا وعن الإسلام والمسلمين. Brothers and sisters, Eid is a master show of our community's resilience, presence, and commitment to our faith. Eid is called Eid as it comes and recomes again and again every year. That's where the name comes from. Eid prayer is a sunnah kifaya. It is a sunnah that is classified as a communal responsibility, not just an individual responsibility. So if a good part of the community prays the Eid, then the Eid is prayed and it is not a responsibility for those who could not make it. But the more we are present, the better off everybody is, because it is a message to the communities around us, and it is a message to the world that we are a united community. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا. And stick together, all of you, to the robe of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is defined in the hadith as the Quran. This is the bond that binds us all as one community, the bond of relating to the Quran, loving the Quran, studying the Quran, and practicing the Quran into our life. So the Eid comes as an annual occasion, and it comes twice, as we all know, Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha, so that we get together. We get to see the poor and the needy. We get to see those who are stranded, those who are strangers, those that we do not know, those who are absent and sick and could not make it, so that we can check on each other. So Eid is a season for mercy and for communal connections and reconnections. Eid is also for the family to connect its members together. Every one of us who has family that is not present here is required to reconnect with his or her family. Call them up, give them the Eid greetings, let them know that you have not forgotten them. Let them know that you are still part of their life and that you feel the favors they have all given you throughout all of your upbringing and empowerment. So we connect with each other as a community, we connect with each other as families, and we also connect with the community in which we live and the society at large by reaching out to our neighbors. Whether it is meat or sweets, whatever you have, share with your neighbors and tell them this is our annual feast. We have a sacrifice, and being our neighbor means that we share with you. This is what the Quran says. وَطَعَامُ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ حِلٌّ لَكُمْ وَطَعَامُكُمْ حِلٌّ لَهُمْ. Your food is good and lawful to feed your Ahlul Kitab neighbors and friends, and their food is good for you. Of course, provided that it is not specifically prohibited, like dead animals or pork or anything like this. So Eid is an occasion in which we reach out to people at all levels. We reach out inside the family, with our children, with our spouses, and with our parents, with our aunts and uncles. We reach out to everyone that we can, and we should make it a habit that we reach out to them, not only in the Eid but at other times. This is the joy that they have, is to reconnect with each one of us. Eid also is meant to show the unity of the community, that we are showing Allah, much less anybody else, but we are showing Allah that we are sticking to the robe of Allah all together, as He Himself instructed us to do, as one united community in love, in brotherhood, in respect, but much more importantly, in truth and justice. In truth and justice, because those two elements are specifically pointed out in the Quran. وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. They enjoin each other to establish truth and justice, and they enjoin each other in matters of patience. Many of us, unfortunately, are easier to admonish and enjoin each other for patience, but we forget that truth is first. Justice is first. Our society is connected based on our common belief. The common belief that this nation in which we live believes in a document called the Constitution that we all are bound to follow and respect, so long as, of course, it does not, and there is nothing in it, it does not order us to violate our deen. So our deen comes on top of everything, and the Quran is our constitution as Muslims. And it supersedes even previously revealed scriptures. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ. Talking about the Quran, it says that the Quran supersedes all previous revelations, because it is the final book, because it's a book that has not been tampered with, because it's a book that God revealed it and made sure it is kept in document as it was kept in the chest of people who memorize it. So we need to go back to that book. We need to show Allah that we love His word, that we love Him by practicing His word, that we respect His word, that we appreciate Him subhanahu wa ta'ala in the form of accepting, loving, and practicing the word of Allah coming in the form of the Quran itself. So as we are in a joyous occasion that comes twice a year, we need to also remind ourselves and remind our children that this is the Eid that is condoned by Allah. This is time for our children to know their identity, to know who Prophet Ibrahim is, who Prophet Ismail is, what is the sacrifice about, why do we sacrifice in this Eid, why do we fast Ramadan. So those occasions are for them to enjoy, to rejoice, to have all the fun that they have been asking for all throughout the year. This is the time to show them that Islam is not a religion of stiffness, toughness, or frowning. It is a religion of peace and a religion of joy, a religion of celebration, a religion of obedience, a religion of submission. All of the above is in our deen. So having to ask your children or instruct them to pray should never come at the expense of any other aspect of Islam. They need to have fun, let them have the fun. But let them have the fun and celebrate the Eid that Allah told us, this is your Eid. This Eid is designated by who? The Prophet ﷺ, when he went to Medina, he found that the companions are celebrating with their compatriots in Medina certain occasions. And he asked them, what are you celebrating? And they gave him the names of those celebrations. And he says, Allah has substituted you with two better days, the day of Al-Fitr and the day of Al-Adha, which means Allah is the one who designs what days to celebrate. We do not celebrate persons, not even the Prophet ﷺ. We celebrate values, the value of sacrifice, the value of resilience, the value of fasting, obedience, and commitment. Those are the values that make our community unique and stand out from all others. We are the people who are known to be praying 5 times a day. That's part of who we are. That's part of our identity. We fast a whole month called the month of Ramadan, and we celebrate the Eid al-Adha parallel to the pilgrimage, where people are coming down from Arafat and going to Mina. We are also coming to celebrate the completion of the season and the coming through the days that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls the best 10 days of the year, the first 10 days of the Al-Hijrah. So we are celebrating those days to mark our commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala more than anything else. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to show us truth as truth and help us follow it, and to show us evil as evil and to avoid it. الحمد لله وكفى والصلاة والسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وبعد. Just to clarify one issue that was a subject of discussion last night, many of you were not here, that when Eid and Friday prayer when Eid comes on Friday, where there is already established Friday prayer continues to be a fard. But those who pray Eid and they live far away to come back to join the Eid, they can pray Zuhr wherever they are. But Zuhr and Jum'ah can never be cancelled, the two of them. It's one of the two. So I wanted just this to be clear. But those who can make it to the Friday prayer, they should. Those who are not far, those who do have the time, they need to come to the Friday prayer, because Friday is a fard by the statement of the Quran itself. So much so that Allah says, leave your business and come to prayer on Friday. So I am talking to our brothers who do not normally come for Friday because of business or because of any other reason, that it is very important. It's part of the pillars of being a Muslim to join the Friday prayer in the masjid. So you should never skip any Friday. The Prophet ﷺ tells us that if you miss 3 Friday prayers in line, your heart gets a black spot. Your heart gets a black spot. And it increases the more you miss Friday prayer. So some of us, those of us who only relate to Islam on Eid day, they need to review where's their stand. Those of us who pray only Taraweeh in the masjid in Ramadan, they need to reflect. Taraweeh is a sunnah. Eid prayer is a sunnah. But Friday is the most important fard that we have in Islam. It is the show of the presence of our community and our discipline and commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this Eid as joyous for every Muslim everywhere as it is for us. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وعافنا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وقنا واصرف عنا شر ما قضيت. اللهم اقبلنا وتقبل منا وعافنا واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا وآتنا ولا تحرمنا وأكرمنا ولا تهنا وأعنا ولا تعن علينا وانصرنا ولا تنصر علينا. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأعلي بفضلك يا رب كلمة الحق والدين. اللهم اجعل هذا العيد نهاية آلام المسلمين. اللهم اجعله عيد فرج على كل المسلمين. اللهم اغفر لجميع المسلمين. اللهم أيد بنصرك المجاهدين في كل مكان. اللهم فرج هم بلاد الإسلام. اللهم فرج همهم. اللهم فرج همهم. اللهم نفس كربهم. اللهم انصرهم على عدوك وعدوهم. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. جزاكم الله خيرا وعيدكم مبارك والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله.